everybody, it's Kristie with AG Takes Over. I'm enjoying my day off and I have a little extra time left, so I'm making another video. So today's video is going to be kind of two things. One, I have been wanting to get this girl out of her clothes like forever. I would have had her out of this outfit probably within the first week of getting her, not because I don't love it, just because I know she's not going to live in this. We wanted to use her as not just Moana. And I knew my wife wanted to do a photo shoot with her first in this. And so I was like, all right. And it took her a little while to get to it. So, and then by the time she did, I was like, had moved on to other things. And now I was like, I've got the time. I'm going to just go pick out a few things. And I obviously at this point have seen people dress her in other things. And I feel like she looks really good, like striking in white, like just light neutral colors. It's not that exciting, but I think it really looks good on her. So I grabbed a couple of those kinds of things. I might do another video where I explore like very strategically, like I want to see what colors look best on her. So a couple yellows, one that's cooler, one that's warmer, a couple oranges, one that's cooler, one that's warmer. That's going to require a lot more like strategically looking through all my stuff. I just wanted to have fun while I have the house to myself. So I just stood in the closet upstairs and went, that and that and that. And that and that. I didn't even grab shoes. I didn't grab accessories. I really just want to put down like the rough elements of a few outfits and see how the spirit moves me. See what I'm feeling is like, what are good looks on her? What are good colors on her? What are good styles on her? Kind of just testing the waters. And then based on whatever I find out today, I might kind of go one direction or another with her. I do think she has more red undertones. She's a much warmer doll. I think her skin is a gorgeous tone, but it's a lot more red undertones. So it's different than a lot of dolls that I have dressed before. So also was a little bit of a taking the easy route to just go with whites and neutral colors. Whatever. It's my day off. I'm allowed to take the easy route. All right, let me go grab the clothes that I picked out for her, and then I'll show them to you before I put them on her. And then while I'm putting them on her, it's very hard for me to multitask. By the way, studies show you don't actually multitask. You just keep switching your attention back and forth between the two things. So you're never really giving your attention to both at the same time. So I don't juggle that well. But one thing that I thought would be fun to share with you is you always hear me talk about my idea notebook. Or like, if there's something you want me to cover, put it in the comments and I'll add it to my notebook. This is my notebook. Little Truly Me doll stickers. And I have like one-time AG tube ideas and then somewhere in here, recurring AG tube ideas. And I put check marks by them if I've done them. And then if I haven't even looked at this in a while because I've just ideas keep coming, but I do try to put things that you suggest in here so that they won't completely fall off my radar. And it might be 2 years later by the time I finally get to something because there's a lot. But I thought it might be fun to just read to you what some of these are and explain if necessary while I'm dressing the dolls. And so it'll be a little bit back and forth, like I'm dressing and I'm answering or I'm telling you, and then I pause and show you the outfit, and then I'm going to take it right off of her and do the next one. I'm not even going to do pictures at the end because I just want this to be like a straight through kind of fun for me activity. So hopefully it's fun for you too. Let me grab the clothes. All right, here they are. I don't even know. I didn't even like put outfits together. I just grabbed stuff. So these shorts, love them. They're from our generation. They're adorable. This was already on a hanger. It's not the right season. I'm filming this in the summer. I don't know when you're watching it, but this is not the right season, but I think it'll be cute. And it was already put together, so I didn't have to think about it. This little top from Bella Boo's Closet, and we have one that's lighter and one that's darker, and not surprisingly, the lighter one works better on darker skinned dolls because it pops, and the darker one works very well on light skinned dolls because it pops. So picked the lighter one. A little tank, I actually did have an idea for this one. I thought I might put it under this and have this be open. Can't remember where we got this. I feel like Anique's Boutique, maybe, on Etsy, if I remember correctly. There's no tag in it. Little crop top. This one is also from Bella Boo's. Couldn't tell you. We might have gotten this in a Facebook group, but I have no idea. It's cute. This one is from Silly Monkey Doll Stuff. This one I know we got in a Facebook group. This one is from dollcloset.etsy.com. And this one, I don't know. People, I will gladly shout out Etsy stores if you will tell me who made these things. I don't know. It's gorgeous. Look at it. And I can't shout anybody's skills out because it doesn't have any indication who it's from. Same. This we got on an Etsy or in a Facebook group, so I wouldn't know who to credit unless they put something in here. These are Bella Boo's Closet. By the way, she doesn't put the tags in hers either, but for some reason I always remember the stuff that I get from there. And then, is this really the first? Hold on. Yeah, this is the first American Girl thing I picked out. Wow. Okay. Well, anyway, one American Girl item for her. So I'm going to start undressing her, and I will go to page 1 of this. So I could also read ones that I've already done just so you get a sense of that. And then if you're like, oh, I never knew she did that, then you can go look for it on my channel. So I'll just go through them in order, and then I'll say I already did this one or it's still on my list. That's an easy way to do it. All right, so is American Girl pushing an agenda? That was about the body image book that has since been taken down. And yes, I already did that video. I am proud of it. I'm very disappointed in American Girl that they yielded to conservative pressure and took the book out of their stores, off their site, off of the Amazon even. Like, it was just gone everywhere overnight. And I didn't even, when we went to the benefit sale, I wondered if they would have just given the rest of them, because I'm sure they had copies left that they hadn't sold. They didn't even give them there. I think they just wanted as few copies out there as possible associated with them, which is so unfortunate because it was a really well done book. So they, spoiler alert, spent like a page and a half talking about gender identity, and it was backed by good science. It was nothing radical, but people who hadn't even read the book were screaming far and wide about how they were trying to convert children and push surgery on children and all kinds of completely inaccurate nonsense. And instead of American Girl going, hey, how about don't spread disinformation, and doubling down, they immediately backed off, of course. The next one was an unboxing of some things we bought in Dayton, Ohio, and that was at a hoarder's house, and you can find that one. It was some really good deals, also like a really kind of sad situation. Unboxing a 104. This tells you how long I've been using this, like back 2 or 3 years ago. I had to be 2 years ago. We got a Truly Me 104, and so I had it on my list to make sure I did an unboxing of him. This is really pretty. I feel like it's still a nod to like breezy. I know that like these flowers probably aren't growing on her fictitious island, but it still, with this kind of ruffle and breezy and light material and everything. It still feels true to Moana's character while also being like a modern character. I like this. It's a really pretty dress, so it's hard to go wrong, but it pops well with her. All right, next one, traveling with a doll, what I've learned. So some tips and observations and things. That's already done. Next one is, I haven't done this one yet, dressing my dolls in my favorite American Girl outfits. I don't know if it's, I really haven't done that because I did one where it was like, if you were trying to build a doll wardrobe and you were starting out, like 10 outfits that I would recommend because they maximize like the most bang for your buck, the most wardrobe flexibility. I did that. But that's not the same as my 10 all-time favorite outfits because my all-time favorites might not be the most versatile mix and matchy. So that's still on my list. Dress my dolls in my favorite Etsy outfits. I haven't done that yet, and that's been on my list for a year and a half at least. The new Truly Me book, which is no longer new, but I did a look through of that, and I still think it is a fantastic book. I think it was really smart. I like that they have opted to give an extra shirt and some extra, better quality meat outfit. I'm a little bit disappointed that they don't put the book in, but my understanding, and correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, is it is still available. Like the All About Us journal style Truly Me book is still available separately for purchase. And if that's the case, assuming that's correct, then I have no issue with them switching to not putting a book in and putting some extra accessories. As long as they don't take away the book. Because some people aren't going to use it and they're like, I keep getting all these books. I think it's a fantastic book. So if you're not familiar with it, you can go find that review. All right, I'm going to show you this without the overshirt and then with. So here's real simple. If I were doing this, I might do some brown sandals or even some white sandals. I would definitely add a necklace and I'd probably put some kind of headband or hair tie. Hold on, I did bring hair stuff down. Can I get to it is the question. 1 second. Okay, found the one I was looking for. It's got fish and shells and seaweed and stuff, but it's light enough that it will tie into that white. And so I would like tie it in there somehow. But I'm not doing that. I'm putting an overshirt on that's plaid, so this will no longer match. Anyway, next thing I had on here was dressing a doll with Dollar Tree finds, and I haven't done that yet. It's going to have to be like I'm feeling really creative to be able to maybe make a dress out of socks that you can get there or find some fun hair things that I can use. I don't know, but I thought it'd be fun to like go to the Dollar Tree and walk out with something that I can make a good outfit out of. This is obviously quite a bit more modern. Also just like a little tougher. She's not like butch in it, but a little bit more like she's ready to work on the boat. Yeah. She's a gorgeous doll. It's sad that she's just been sitting there, but sometimes that happens. Sometimes you get a doll and then it takes a while not to bond with, just to even like give them the attention. And don't feel bad about that. If that happens to you, like if it happens to you with every doll you get, you might want to slow down. You might want to slow down. But sometimes it'll happen regardless, just because, life happens. It's all right. The next one is decorating a doll room with Dollar Tree finds. And I've like made a little pop-up room with mostly things from the Dollar Tree, but I haven't like actually officially done this. So yeah, I'm not going to count that it's done. Dressing my dolls in winter historical. I did that not last year, but the year before that. So that one is done. Best and worst meat outfits by line. So this is now complete. I did best and worst Truly Me meat outfits, best and worst historical, and best and worst girl of the year. And what I did was basically say my 3 top, my 3 bottom, and everything else was just in the middle. That way I didn't have to like rank all of them in order because too much. I just said if it's mid-range or if it's mid-range, top, bottom, but I did do like top and bottom 3. I remember that. Okay. Didn't change the pants yet, but here she is with the top. And again, this is one that like looks modern enough, but also feels very true to Moana's character. So I like that. I think I'll probably gravitate toward that. I know some people are like, I'm changing her up completely, but I kind of like the idea of it always feeling a little bit like she's at the very least a descendant of Moana. Let's see. How to talk to your friends and family about American Girl dolls. That was really kind of turned into if they're negative, like how to handle that. But I did that video. Dressing my dolls in like, and I wanted to go through only Just Like You, only Truly Me, only American Girl of Today. And I think I didn't do Truly Me yet or My American Girl, but I did Just Like You and American Girl of Today. Dressing my dolls in only sports outfits. I did that. Unboxing a haul of stuff made by my wife. I've done that at least twice at this point. The inconsistent scale of American Girl accessories. That was a fun one. I got a backpack, like a me-size backpack and a doll-size backpack, and I put the same, like deodorant in mine, deodorant in the dolls. A compact in mine, a compact in the dolls, and like showed the proportions. That was fun. A video reviewing all of mine and Grace's DIY things that we've ever done for dolls. Hers are mostly sewing, mine are mostly crafts. I don't know if I'll do that because we've made a lot, so it'd be a long video. Next page is mini books, a mini books DIY for Band Book Week. So you could do this anytime, but I thought it would be fun to do it during Band Book Week. And I've just missed it. I think that's in September and I miss it. So I am making this video with enough time that if I get my poop in a group, I can do it this coming September. So hopefully that one will be coming soon, like a nice DIY, and I can make band books intentionally just to celebrate Band Book Week. How we name our dolls. I have notes on it. I just haven't filmed a video. I think it's one that like a lot of people have done. I don't know how much viewers enjoy those. So let me know in the comments if hearing about how people decide on their dolls' names, or specifically how Grace and I decide on our dolls' names, is of interest to you. Then I can make that video. It just hasn't been top priority, but it's on there for a reason. Which sellers make great fake foods? I did a review of like all of my Etsy fake foods, tiny doll foods at one point, and shared that. So yeah, I think I covered who all made them. Here we go. Adding a little blues, little, sea colors and seaweed colors, but definitely doesn't scream, beach. It's outside of her color palette as a character. Next one, how I would spend like $1,000 or $2,000 on eBay. eBay buy it now, because obviously you can't know if it's an auction. How I'd spend $1,000 or $2,000 at American Girl. I think these are like nostalgic ones. If I'm feeling like I want to do like an old school kind of video, I think people used to do those a lot more. Like, if I had $1,000, I'm going to go on the website right now and do a screen recording and show you what things I would get if I were putting it in my cart. So, haven't done them, but I think it could be fun. Pros and cons of being an older adult collector. I did that video, so if you haven't seen it, you're welcome to watch it. Every doll that we have doubles of, with an explanation of why we have doubles of them. Did that one already. Please check it out if you haven't. That was pretty popular. My favorite doll wigs / all of our doll wigs. I did that video And it was nice because I was putting the wigs on all of the on 2 dolls. I was putting all of the wigs on these 2 doll models so that I could take pictures of them. And that was part of what became like my organizational system for the doll wigs. And we've only gotten a handful of wigs since then, so I don't feel like I need to update that. Things I love about American Girl and things I hate about American Girl. I don't know if I would do this as 2 separate videos or if I would just do it as one video and say, don't watch both sections if you're not interested in both sections. But I haven't ever like really just sat down and made a list of, here are all the things that I like and here are all the things that bother me. But I could easily do that, and I think it could be fun. Hold on. I'm putting on overalls, so I gotta focus. Her long hair, I gotta be careful with it. Budgeting, like tracking your spending for dolls, budgeting strategies and approaches. I did a video on that a couple years ago. Unsurprisingly, people would much rather watch videos where I am opening up a bunch of crap that I bought than watch a video of me talking about buying responsibly. But I do what I want on my channel, so I made both. And if people watch one more than the other, that's their business. All right, this is a little ruched crop top and some overalls. I don't think there's been a bad look on her yet. Like, I should be doing more with her hair, but, whoops. Even just doing that, like, gives her a different look, and you could do a nice, like, a side ponytail. Oh, that's a lot of hair. You could do it like a half up, half down. You could do a very loose braid. I think there's a lot you could do with her hair without stressing over ruining it. A pool DIY. I took that useless like 1-inch deep pool and made it one that the dolls can actually fit in. And I did a video showing how to do that. Ranking my dolls, like Truly Me, Just Mold, Girl of the Year, whatever. I haven't done that. Been thinking about doing like a tier ranking video because I can't put them in order. I just can't. But I could do a tier ranking video. Etsy shops that I love. I thought maybe I could do that leading up to Small Business Saturday in November. Haven't done it yet. Best and worst American Girl pets. I have a favorite. I don't know if I have a least favorite, but I do have a favorite, so I could do that at some point. Let's see what else I got here. How much each of our dolls cost. Sometimes it's hard because we bought them in lots, and the lots came with other things. So like just knowing what the price would be for the doll itself is hard, but then we sold some of the things, so we recouped some of the money, and then it really makes it hard to know how much the doll was, but I could give prices on a lot of them and approximations on the rest. American Girl dolls I'll never buy. I think sometimes people are interested in those, like ones that I would never buy or ones that I regret buying. But it's not a long list, so I wouldn't want to make it like clickbaity and be like, here's all the tea, and then I'm like, there's these 3 dolls I'm not interested in. And you guys can probably guess which one would be on the top of my list. You can guess in the comments if you know me. Do's, don'ts, and myths of doll collecting. I think that would be fun to do. I think there are a lot of myths about it, and also just some like what you gain in wisdom as a collector first starting out, and things that you would share with people later, because everybody goes in that, not everybody, but a lot of people go through that like rapid acquisition period, and they're buying up things without really knowing what they're doing, and we all could have some advice for each other about that, right? One that I think would be fun that probably me and 4 other people would be interested in is like an older early 2000s book share. Like we've got a lot of the, not character books, but like American Girl's guide to whatever books, like go through those because we have several of them. And not everybody has seen those, especially people who live abroad. Not everybody has gotten a chance to see those. Oh my gosh. Light colors, right? She's gorgeous and light just pops. Like her skin pops against it. It pops against her skin. This is a cute outfit on her. I know it's the wrong season, but I'm going to come back to it as soon as it gets cold out or cooler out and I can justify it because it's a good outfit anyway, but it looks really good on her. Next page. I'm getting there. I'm working through this. Old versus new molds, Jess and Sonali in particular. I have like touched on this before, but people have asked me to go more in depth on that so I could like get all of our Jess and Sonali molds and kind of separate them out and really try to point out to people what the differences are. And if you don't care, don't watch it. Like some people are like, I don't care. And if it's harder for me to get my hands on an older one, like don't even show it to me. You wouldn't have to watch it, right? But let me know if you think it would be interesting. I did get like a plain pair of shorts. So these last 3 tops are probably all going to be with these shorts, which don't really match, but let me pause and see if anybody down here just has plain shorts on that I can steal. All right, I stole a skirt from somebody and shorts from somebody, so we'll be fine. Next one is turning Truly Me 55 into a mini me. I did that video, although she didn't turn out to be Truly Me 55. I was sold like somebody else, a rewigged 24 or something. But yeah, creating my adult mini me. I made a video about that already. Creating a room with Dollar Tree finds. I said I did that. I didn't do like a decorating, but I did creating. Removing a doll's lower lashes. That was incorporated into customizing Ash, who was a Corinne mold. So I showed the removal of the lashes in that. Why people are abandoning American Girl. I already did that. Reshaping straw hats, like American Girl hats that get squished. I showed how to do that with a steamer. Dolls I regret buying, doll stuff I regret selling. Those are 2 ideas I haven't gotten to yet. And again, the list is kind of short, so I would likely want to combine it with something else so that it's not like the world's shortest video, but I could still do the idea. Not all, but most of our boy clothes. I did a video of that. Okay, so this maybe doesn't pop as much, but we don't have like a lighter color, and I just wanted to see this style on her. So what this tells me is we need this in a lighter color or like a light patterned color so that it pops a little bit more with her, but the style will definitely look good. So I got that from Silly Monkey Doll Stuff. I'm 99% sure. Well, my wife got it. I think she got it from Silly. Yep. Thank you, Jason, for putting a tag in there. Let's see. Our caring for baby clothes. We already did that. Dressing dolls by style, like maybe doing the prize wheel thing where it says like cottagecore or punk or goth or whatever. And then just dressing dolls according to wherever that lands. Our collection close-ups that I've done where I pull out everything that we have from a certain doll's collection and talk to you about it. I've done Julie's, Rebecca's, Mary Ellen's, Grace's, and Melody's. I could also do Tenny's, Courtney's, Luciana's, and Blair's. Like those are the dolls that I feel like we have enough of their stuff to warrant that. Next one, I'm just going to read these for a few minutes because I'm like getting closer to the end of the outfits, but I don't want to keep juggling. Restoration tips and tricks. So maybe make like one video that it could be a series where it's like, here's an eye swap, here's a wig swap, here's a restringing, here's buffing out shine marks or whatever. Or it could be all in one and be like, here's your master resource. It's going to be a longer video, but just go to the sections that you need. These things already exist online. So 1, let me know, do you think there is a need for doing them? And 2, if you want me to do them, would you rather be all in one video or a series? But that's just like doll restoration. tips and tricks. I'm going to quickly rattle off all the ones from this page that I've already done and then get to the ones that I haven't. Mini make-its, drinks and food. I showed some of those, like making them. What I tell parents who buy dolls from me, so like basic doll care and repair. What to check before buying used dolls, whether that's online or in person. Miss AG Bear and her collection. One video where I was doing 3 AGTuber tutorials of crafts. The coverage of my birthday party with my wife at the American Girl Cafe before Columbus closed. Benefit sale videos. What if we could only keep 20 dolls? How does the randomizer versus my choices compare? Dressing the dolls inspired by some AGTubers. So I picked 3 or 4 different AGTubers and dressed my dolls in the style that I kind of associate with their dolls. Wig application tips and Claudie's wig options. I did that one already. My little one dressed my dolls. My older kiddo dressed my dolls. I did videos of those. And then planning the doll space of my realistic dreams, which ended up becoming this space. I did that video. Now, for this page, which ones have I not gotten to? All my overalls. We have a lot of doll overalls, and I would like to show them all in one video. I don't know. Would you be interested in that? An American Girl stop motion comes to life. I want to do this with my daughter, my older daughter, because the other one would not have the patience or the understanding. But the dolls can't bend, right? And so even when people do amazing stop motion videos, there's still like some awkwardness to the way that they run and some awkwardness to the way that they sit. And I just think it would be funny if she and I acted out like, like our mouths aren't moving, but like no facial expression, but occasional blinks. And sometimes it's like hands are going up and the head is moving like this. And that's the best they can do to show expression in an American Girl stop motion. But I just think it would be funny to recreate one as humans. And then another one that we haven't done is creating Elphaba, because coming up on 2 years ago, my wife and I went to the benefit sale in Madison, Wisconsin, the last one ever, and we got a doll for the purpose of her turning her into Elpha, like dyeing her and everything. She bought the dye. I said, this is your project, and it is not moved from I took off the wig. That's all. The doll is just sitting somewhere waiting to be prioritized. So if she decides to do that, then I will film it. Styling the American Girl referee outfit. I don't know that anybody would watch it at this point because it's not a new outfit, but people don't really watch my styling the dolls videos that much anyway. Like you core viewers do, but like other people don't go, oh, I want to check out that channel because they styled the lemon 2-in-1 outfit, or she styled the referee outfit. But the referee outfit is very versatile. It has a lot of good mix and match pieces, so I thought it would be fun. And I still think it would be fun. All right. All right. I'll try to get back on track with multitasking here. I'm going to do the same thing. Read the ones that I've done already and then read the ones that I haven't from this page. So 1 item, 10 ways with Luciana's meat dress. Reacting to others' collections. That has become an annual series. I've done it twice now and I will do it again. If you haven't watched those, please do, because I would love for you to see other people's collections, and it's nice for them to see theirs viewed. And if you comment on their collections, I'm sure they would appreciate it. But also, if you haven't submitted and been featured in that series, I put the request out in December, and I give until the end of the year for people to get their pictures to me and their descriptions of their collections to me, and then I usually post the video in January. So if you want to participate, keep an eye on my community posts in here on YouTube and in the month of December. Okay. Probably don't send them to me right now because 1, your collection might change, and 2, I might lose that email. So wait until December. All right, here's the next one. I always have to put her arms down. All right, cute. It's not my favorite or anything, but I think it's cute. Yeah, I definitely feel like I'm getting a sense of, I like her in light neutrals that still feel like they have some nod to her character. Other ones that I have done, all the AgTuber tutorials that I did in 2024, I just put the results and whose channel featured them in one video. I ranked and reviewed all of our big ticket items. Holy crap, that video took me a long time to do, and it was super informative and helpful. And if you haven't watched it, I hope that you do. And if you have watched it, go ahead and share it with somebody. Like, I'm proud of that one. A stain removal science experiment. I filmed it and then I took it down because somebody brought up a point about there being some current warnings about possible health effects of using oxy cream, like acne treatment, at high temperatures. And the science was still kind of out one way or the other of whether we really have anything to worry about. So just to err on the side of caution, I took it down. I don't think there's been any update I can check. I may put it up again at some point because it is like, it was cool. The experiment was cool. And I could just put it back up with a caveat of like, here's the issue. Keep yourself informed. Make an informed decision, right? And then an ode to American Girl Place Columbus. When it was getting ready to close, I did a video about like what it's meant to us. There. All right, so these shorts, because they're darker, don't pop on her, but I still think they're really cute. All right, what do I put her back in? I think I'm gonna put her back in that sweater outfit, the sweater and the skirt, even though it's the wrong season. That's what I want to see her in. All right. Those are the ones that I've done on that page. So let me go back to what I haven't done. A more comprehensive jewelry tutorial. I don't know if I'm going to do a more comprehensive one. What I have ended up doing is just, I had an earring one, and then I made a bracelet one. And I think next I'll make a necklace one, and then I'll just pop them in a playlist. And you'll have all of them easy to get to in one spot. Updated shoes video with storage tips. I did this video a couple years ago of like all of our shoes, and practically nobody watched it, so I don't know why I want to make another one. But we have a lot of doll shoes. If I'm feeling like I'm gonna organize them anyway or something, I might just film while I'm doing it, and that way you can see all the shoes. But it was one of those that was kind of labor intensive, and I don't know how much people enjoyed it, but we do have like multiple hundreds. We had over 200 or 250 at the time, and we've gotten more. So we have an excess of doll shoes. Take a historical item and create modern outfits with it. Top 10 worst decisions that American Girl has ever made, / reacting to your thoughts on what have been American Girl's worst decisions. Reacting to others' CYOs or customs instead of just collections. I thought I might like specify, and I don't know if I'll do that or not, but I might do a video that's just reacting to people's customs or reacting to people's CYOs, because some people might feel like I've already seen all the like ready-made dolls. I don't necessarily want to watch that, but a cottagecore aesthetic bedroom for an American Girl doll. We have this like room of requirement, blank kind of space room here. And we bought a bed that would look really good in it that we might create kind of like a cottagecore room in there for a while. Right now it's still a craft room and I like it. So I'm not ready to change it up yet. But when I do, if I change it to a bedroom, I'll film it. Dressing dolls for weekend warrior projects like gardening, construction, chopping wood, home repairs. I thought that would be fun. Like, it's spring, the dolls are ready to go. They're ready to make improvements. They're building tree houses. They're putting on a deck in the back of the house, whatever. And like them dressed up for that. Next page that I've done. Top outfits with the best mix and match potential, 2024 goals recap, comparing American Girl body, the Our Generation Erin doll that is slightly posable and hard plastic limbs versus the posable Our Generation dolls that have like a wire armature inside of them. And I did like different poses and how successfully you can execute the different poses with each of those dolls. That's a good video to watch. 2-year celebration on American Girl or on AGTube. Nora coming back from the hospital. The doll room makeover, like putting walls on here. It was a big makeover last summer. The boy dolls dressed in 3 different outfits each. Redecorating my daughter's dollhouse upstairs. I did a tutorial on how to pegboard, like hang dolls on this board with pegs. Practically nobody watched that thing, and it's such a smart, easy DIY. If you have wall space and you need to be able to hang your dolls up, like watch that. I also did one on like a doll stand made out of paper towel holders, like those metal ones that you can get at the Dollar Tree. So both of those are really affordable, accessible ways to display your dolls. And then the bracelet tutorial that I already talked about. All right, other ones that I haven't done, dressing my dolls with a black tie theme. I did do like Academy Awards, but I didn't do a black tie theme. Dressing my dolls with an under the sea theme. I was thinking like, prom themes. I have like a whole bunch of things of 1 item 10 looks that other people have requested when they've said like, can you feature this? Can you feature this? I've just written a bunch of them down. So I'll get to those whenever I can. Have the dogs dress the dolls. Oh, I already did do that one. I just didn't check it off. A salad tutorial. Like I made a really good salad for the dolls and it's based on somebody's tutorial, but I kind of expanded on it. So I thought I might actually do that as a tutorial and you could follow along and I'll give props to the other person, but then show you like how I added things. Disney bounding dressing my dolls. I thought that could be fun. Somebody actually did that. I can't remember who, but for AG Fashion Week this year, somebody did that and it was really cute. Fun with Yvette's hair or 127's hair or even Moana's hair. Not that they're all the same texture, but I think a lot of people are afraid of curly hair if they don't have it and they don't have experience with it, and they're afraid that if they do anything other than just leave it on a stand, they're going to mess it up. And I would be happy to do some hairstyles and show you like, and at the end, her hair goes back to how it was before and it's fine. So if that's one that you would like, let me know. My favorite, I didn't word this is just for my benefit to remember what I was talking about, but like my favorite woke AG dolls with book evidence. So like talking through some of the historical dolls or the girls of the year or the contemporary lines. And, I was thinking about how a lot of conservatives are like, American Girl has gotten so woke lately. And I think about it like, well, not enough in many ways, clearly, but in other ways, like, have you not read any of the books? And just to really like pull actual paragraphs and sections out and share them, because not everybody has read the books and that's okay. I haven't read all of them. But just to give some passages showing like in what ways different dolls were, woke or radical or just compassionate and critical thinkers. Maybe ahead of their times. And dressing my dolls in school outfits plus school lunches, because we've got several school lunches and I thought it could be fun to combine the two. Like they're ready for school and here's their school lunch. A Jess mold customization. So somebody is sending me a Jess mold that's in really bad shape. And it's the same person who sent me the Felicity that I turned into Kenzie. And I'll put pictures up here. But it's kind of the same feeling. Like when I was sent Felicity and she was so jacked up that she was really beyond repair, I was like, I can customize and do some fun things that I've never done before because I would have been afraid of messing up a doll that was really valuable. And this Jess mold, from what the pictures that I saw, it is a little worse for the wear, like more so than usual, and some stains in interesting places. And I'm like, I've never switched out. I've never done an eye swap on a Just Mold because I've heard it's harder and I've been afraid of messing one up, but I'm going to do it. And we don't have any Just Molds with freckles, so I'm going to give one freckles, and I'll be happy to make a video about that because I don't think I've done a video. I know I haven't done one showing an eye swap on a Just Mold, and I definitely haven't done one showing freckles. So yeah, I do want to do another video focusing on her and like different colors, like I said at the beginning of this one. I've wanted to do, and this might be like the shoes, like nobody will be interested, but Kirsten over at This American Girl Reads did a quick run through all of her American Girl doll hats. And that's funny because it had been on my list for like a year and a half to do. Like, I want to do a video where I just show all their hats. Top 10 historical outfits. I think I already said that. Addressing my doll in Maple Lee only. I said like Truly Me and American Girl of Today and all of that, but I would like to do one just in Maple Lee clothes. I want to continue with the magazine flip throughs. I have done one. I'm sorry, I filmed two. I have posted one. By the time you watch this, I will either have posted the second one or hopefully we'll be really close to doing it. But I've got like 30 plus of them. So I want to continue to do those and put them out a little bit more regularly. They just keep getting bumped because they're not time sensitive. Dressing my historical dolls in different historical eras. So like Julie in Caroline's era or something. We have some of Caroline's clothes, but putting them in different historical eras. And I think that's it. Oh no, this is another one that I want to do. This is just crazy. We have the play scripts for the original 6, and American Girl put out plays that the kids could like read and put on and whatnot. And I want to do them and film them. So this is either going to have to be, I convince my local doll collector friends to each play a role and be willing to be actors and film themselves. I don't think they're going to do it, but I'll try. Or I film each part dressed in the whatever costumes and what like all separately and then edit it all together, which I think would be hilarious. Like, it'll be exhausting. I'll probably do it once, so I'm gonna have to read all the plays and decide which one I like best, but I think it would be fun. One day when I'm feeling like super ambitious, I'm gonna embark on that. So anyway, that's kind of what's in my idea book. There are other random notes that I put in here, but I like to just have ideas that I hopefully will come back to. If you are an AgTuber, I do recommend, or you want to become one, I do recommend having, whether it's digital, on your phone, in, old school format, whatever, having a notebook, because some of these ideas are easy to film and they don't require a lot of thought, and some of them require a lot more time and planning and research, and you want to have options for whatever headspace you're in. If you've got a short amount of time, you can look and go, oh, I'll do that one. Or if you're feeling like, I feel ambitious and I've got a whole day to myself where I could just really get some stuff done, then maybe you'll do one of the others, right? So yeah, let me know anything you want to about her, this coloring, this outfit, any of the other outfits, video ideas that I mentioned, additional video ideas you would like me to add to my notebook, whatever. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're taking care of yourselves. And I didn't mention this, but just an explanation. If you want kindness and compassion for immigrants, then that is obviously what I want for you. That's all. That's all I have to say about that. All right.